Hi, welcome to Margaret's podcast. I'm Sophie.
Hi, I'm Abby.
Hi, I'm Thea.
Hi, I'm Ava.
And I'm Lucy, and we're going to be talking about November because it's like the month of remembering.
The first time we're going to talk about is how the clocks have changed back and how the days are shorter now and it's getting darker. We all need to just remember to take advantage of the light hours and reflect on the beauty of life and the sacrifices made for us.
The next thing we'll be talking about is Dia de los Muertos. It's celebrated mainly in Mexico on the 1st and 2nd of November. It's a colourful, joyful celebration that honours loved ones who have passed away. Families create ofrendas or altars decorated with candles, photos and food, things that their relatives loved in life. Bright orange marigolds used to guide spirits home with their colour and scent. People visit cemeteries, share stories and remember that those who have died are still part of their lives. It's a celebration that reminds us of memory that can bring comfort and even happiness. Have any of you ever watched the movie Coco?
I love the movie Coco. I used to watch that all the time when I was younger, like with my mum, my nana, especially. My nana loves that. Like she does. She just loves Disney movies, to be honest, but Coco's 100% one of her favourites.
So I'm guessing that you like the movie, but everyone else, how did it make you feel? And do you wish we had a celebratory event like that?
I thoroughly enjoyed Coco, and I feel like it really did show the Day of the Dead in a really childlike way where children can also watch and enjoy it instead of it just being for adults.
I wish that we had something like that, like an event where we could just like honour the dead, like the people who have died in our lives. Because I feel like when you go and visit them at the graveyard and stuff, it feels like quite sad. But like an event like over there is like very happy and joyful, and it makes people remember the good things about life and how even though they've passed, it's still good to keep them in our memory. It's nice, but it could be a bit better. It could be more happier for people instead of sad.
So as I said, when families create ofrendas, they leave things that like their loved ones would like, or the things that they liked before they passed away, like candles and photos and things and foods that they really liked in life.
If I had my friend, I would like especially stuff that reminds me of my family, my dance shoes, because I love dancing, a good full makeup bag, lashes, a good Red Bull, and then my papa's homemade soup.
I agree with you on most things on them, Ava, and I would probably have a monster, lashes, lots of piercings, hair dye, my dog, and some other little teddies and things.
I think on mine, I think I would really love to have like a big case of Iron Brew because I feel like that really represents who I am. I don't think there's a day where I don't have a can of cold Iron Brew that's been sitting in my fridge the full day just for me to get home to school and wait for it. And honestly, Christie's little soup and the new Japan chicken nuggets at McDonald's are so good. Like I think we need some of them as well, like just to remember me by.
For me, I'd really love someone to put a picture of all my friends on it because like that's my favourite thing to do is go out with my friends. I'd also love a picture of like my dog on there and like they said like makeup, my lashes and definitely my hair straighteners because I straighten my hair about 3 times a day.
Yes, that is so real. I would probably have like my dogs, like Sophie said, probably a kind of Red Bull or like the cards, like the Kinder cards. Probably my makeup as well.
So over in Mexico, they have their Day of the Dead where they celebrate loved ones. But over here in Scotland, we have Remembrance Day where we remember our soldiers. And we also have All Saints Day and Also Day where we remember the people who like have passed away in our lives and other people who have passed away and we just celebrate them and all that.
Right, guys, so what is Remembrance Day?
Well, in history just now, we're learning about World War One, and we were learning about how it ended, and that it ended on the 11th of the 11th. So at 11 a.m, we have 2 minutes silence for all the people who passed away, well, the soldiers who passed away during the war, and, well, I guess 11's your lucky number.
So how do we know it's Remembrance Day?
To know it's Remembrance Days, we normally see a lot of red poppies and like red poppy wreaths and things. And another thing we can see is a cenotaph. And well, every year I go visit the cenotaph to remember everyone who was in the war and everyone who lost their lives for us. And a red poppy, you'll see a lot of people walking around with a red poppy on them to support everyone who passed away.
So why do we use the poppy to signify that it's Remembrance Day?
Well, in France and Belgium, when we were fighting on the battlefield, it was muddy. There were shells everywhere from the guns, dead bodies and everything, dead animals, dead dogs, dead horses. And when everything was buried, like the dead bodies and all that, poppies started to grow. So it kind of symbolised life.
There was a Canadian soldier called John McCrae, and he wrote a really nice poem called In Flanders Fields, and here's a short extract. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below.
He wrote this after his best friend died and he watched him die during the war. I really don't know how anyone could cope with watching their best friend die.
I could not cope with watching any of my friends pass away. It would genuinely hurt me so much.
So I think we'll end it there, guys. Thank you for listening, and let's just be grateful that we have each other and our health.
We hope that November is peaceful and reflective for everyone. Thanks for listening.
Bye.